Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back another video today. And today, the Houston Astros announced, or Joe Espada announced, that Lance McCullers Jr. is most likely out for the season. And yeah, this is so surprising. So surprising. I don't know if you could tell the sarcasm in that. So surprising. But look, I didn't have a lot of confidence in Lance McCullers Jr. coming back. I did think there was some hope, but then when we got the update that there was a setback in his injury, that's when I knew he wasn't coming back. Like before then, I believe it was Joe Espada that said, "Oh, there's been a setback in his injury, and now we're gonna push back him. Him doing all this stuff." I was like, "All right, I don't think he's coming back. I'm pretty sure he's really out for the season now." And that was probably about a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. And now the Astros are finally telling us he's out for the season. It feels like they've done that with us with Kyle Tucker as well. I mean, it's just a little bit of a bruise on Kyle Tucker, his leg or his foot. He's been out since the beginning of June. He's been out for almost 2 months. It's not a bruise. They're not telling us everything, and I don't think they've always told us everything with Lance McCullers Jr. as well. But I feel really bad for Lance. Even though I know a lot of people make fun of how he never plays, and he's always injured, and he cares more about. I've heard that all the time. He cares more about coffee than he does baseball. I think he really wants to be out there, but I mean, injuries have just killed this guy. He's been an elite pitcher as well, but I really just honestly. As much as I'd like to see him get back, and it feels like a long time since we've last seen him, because it has been 2022 World Series was the last time we saw him, but if you really think about it, it actually doesn't feel like it feels like that was a long time ago, but that wasn't really that long ago. It hasn't even been 2 seasons since then yet. I know that's a long time to miss playing time, but. I'm just saying that, has he been out for almost 2 seasons, but it feels like way more. It feels like he's been out for 3 or 4 seasons, even though he hasn't been out that long. And honestly, I'd like to see him get back. I'm not gonna argue if they say, "All right, we're gonna try to make a 2025 comeback. We're gonna try to get him in a part of the rotation 2025." If that's what they're going to do, they're going to try to do this again and disappoint the fans yet again. Fine. I'm not going to be disappointed when next year in the area of June to August, they announce he's out for the season again. I won't be surprised at all. But at the same time, I think it might be better for Lance to retire. I think he wants to be a part of this team. He wants to help this team win because he has done that and he loves doing it. I know the last time we saw him, things weren't good. He's really struggled in the World Series in Philadelphia. And when I also think about it in that way, I hate if he never pitches again for the Astros, I would hate to think that's the last time we see him. Because even though he had all these injuries, he still helped out. He was a big part of the 2017 postseason. He was a big part of the 2022 season and the 2022 postseason before he got hurt in the World Series. So he was a big part in the playoffs before he got injured in the prior series against the Mariners, the Yankees, and the Yankees. He just really struggled against the Phillies in that series, in the World Series. And he was good. He was really good in the 2022 season, in that regular season where the Astros had such a good team. He was one of the best parts of that pitching rotation. And so, like the last time we saw him, things were good with him outside of that last outing in the World Series against Philadelphia. But that'd be crazy if he retires or never pitches again due to his injuries. That would be crazy. That's the last time we see him, but. That's the only reason why I would potentially want to see him come back. That's one of the reasons why I would want to see him make a return. But I just doubt it's going to happen. And I love Lance. He's a good guy. I even have like a signed little card by him. I didn't, not like a baseball card. I didn't meet him, but but my mom was like in a store, and she starts talking to this woman, and they're talking, and this is right after the 2022 World Series win, and they're having a conversation. They're talking about some of the things in the store. It was like a I can't remember what the place was called, but it was like a store, but they have food and you make stuff. I don't know. This was right before Christmas, and she's talking to this woman, and there's a man with her, but my mom couldn't see him because he was looking away, and he turned around, and she realized it was Lance McCullers Jr. And she said, "Oh my God, are you Lance McCullers Jr.?" And he said, "Yeah," and they were already all talking about some of the stuff in the store or whatever, and basically she said, "My son's a big Astros fan. Could we take a picture, and would you mind signing something?" And he said, "Of course." And he was so awesome about it, and they kept talking like my mom told me that they kept talking like he was a normal person. I mean, of course, and was awesome, absolutely awesome. And he wrote me. I have it in my hands right now. The thing he wrote, just because I knew I was going to be talking about Lance McCullers Jr. And he said, "To Jordan, go Stros," and he wrote his signature, and also said on the bottom he put Merry, because my mom said it was going to be a Christmas present, and he wrote on the bottom Merry Christmas, and then he wrote 17 and 2022 World Series champions, or he wrote champs. So, but he was so awesome about it, and so I love him. He's a great guy. He loves the city of Houston. He's been great for the city of Houston, trying to do more for the city of Houston. So it's not like he's not disliked. No one wants to see him do bad. I mean, I know fans get upset about Lance McCullers Jr. This is because he's not playing, and he's kind of been a waste. But he has been great for this team when available, and not only has he been great for this team, but he's also been great for the city. And really unfortunate that he hasn't been able to come back from the injuries. But I think about not only him, just him going through all this with his his forearm, the injuries that he's suffered in the last couple of years. It has to probably take a toll on him. But I also think about the fans as well, because the Astros front office and management get the Astros fans all excited that he's going to make this big return. And I think now, like, a lot of Astros fans are now knowing, like, this ain't happening. We're not getting ourselves let down anymore. I think they know what's going on now. But I think there are a lot of Astros fans that, actually think he's going to return. I think last year, I don't think there was a reason for us Astros fans not to think he would return, besides some injuries in the past. This year, I think there were more reasons to think he wouldn't return, but I know there were Astros fans that still thought and hoped he would come back, and that didn't happen. And I'm sure, I'm just guessing, there will also be fans next season as well who will be hoping and thinking he's going to return. So, like I said, I wish the best for Lance McCullers Jr. I just doubt he's going to ever pitch again for the Astros, but if he can, I would love that, but I doubt it. Let me know your thoughts on Joe Espada announcing that Lance McCullers Jr. is likely out for the season. I hate that word likely. Likely. It's August, and he has a setback, and you haven't given an update about it in a month. And we all know at this point, the Astros fans aren't stupid. We know he's out for the season. You don't got to say likely. Just say he's out for the season. I mean, so... let me know your thoughts in the comment section. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and peace out. Go Astros.